Hello and welcome. I'm delighted to be introducing another one of our amazing awakened authors, Trudy Fairweather, who has written such an authentic, inspiring chapter in our next multi-author book, Resilience, Turning Struggle into Strength. Welcome, Trudy. We'd love to hear a little bit about you.
Hi, Gav. Thanks for having me. Let's see. So I'm in the wellness industry. I've always been interested in anything metaphysical. Um, Although I've had varying degrees of that throughout my life, as everyone does. We all come in with our entourage and they pop up as and when needed. But I found that I've often called out for help and it's always arrived, but then forgotten, slipped into the 3D world and went, thanks for that. And then I've decided in my older years, I guess like a lot of people do, start to turn to other things as you've been through different parts of your journey to the spirit side and start making your connection a more honorable connection where you're actually participating in it rather than calling on it when it's needed only. So let's see, I'm based in Canberra. I come from Eden on the far south coast, and I've lived in Sydney for many years. Don't really want to tell you how many. And and so I travel up and down the east coast of Australia, and that's where my clients are and where my work is and where all my friends and family are.
Fantastic, Trudy. Well, I think it's about 10 years that we've known each other, and we met
It is.
in a personal development course some
We
time
did.
ago. And so I remember laughing a lot at one of the luncheons. I think it might have been on day 7 of one of those courses. And I think from that point in time, we just kind of connected and have, crossed paths many times over that period of time. So, Trudy, in that time, sure, we've had many conversations as well. But like I had a chat with you at a point in time just to share with you like the vision that I had around the book and the direction of the book. And I'm just wondering if you could share what was the thing that resonated with you that helped you to make that decision to firstly have the courage to write your story, because it takes courage, a lot of courage, right? But also even more so to become a published author. So what was it? What was the thing that resonated with you?
Oh, it was you and your vision. So, I mean, I've always been on board with a lot of the things that you do because what you do is from the heart. So, when you reached out, I was like, uh-oh, it'll be more personal development. What's Gavin up to? But what I also liked is the connection. So you wanted to make a family of authors. You want it to be bigger than just writing your own chapter. You wanted it to be meaningful for the people writing it and also for the people reading it. So it spoke to me, and it was typical you and Kim and also Megan, who you've joined with. I just knew, oh, okay, this is going to be the start of something really big, and I was honored to be one of the first people to come in with you. I was like, I can really see this being something very beautiful and very healing. I'm not saying that about my particular chapter. I just mean the collective that you guys are creating, and I wanted to be on board with it.
Wow, that's such nice words. I have goosebumps all over, and I'm so honored that that was the message that came across to you, and that's the thing that resonated with you. Coming from the heart and the healing and the community and
100%.
connection, because it really was. Because we've all been through a lot over the last few years, and yeah, yeah. So thank you for sharing that. Sincerely, thank you for sharing that.
Mm.
So once you started writing, Trudy, how was the experience for you?
Well, you know me, I'm a procrastinator. So it was all in my head for a long time. Yes, I'm going to write that. Yes, I'm going to write that. And then typical me, about a month before it was due, I just sat down one night and just kept writing until it was done. And then I went back and had you look at it, had one or two people I trust look at it, and got some feedback, not all of it that I took on board, and then handed it in because it's to be authentic, it's got to be you. And it's scary to write something that's quite personal about yourself because, you know, there will be some people that totally are, you know, aligned with it and it might mean something to them, and there'll be other people who think you're a loony, but that's okay. It won't be the first time I've been called a loony.
Well, you know, maybe if there are any people when they read it think you're a loony, most likely they're not going to let you know anyway, right? So,
Yeah, that's it.
you know,
That's it. And you know, at the end of the day, it was quite cathartic writing it because I was like, oh, it took me back to that time, and it's quite a long time ago, and it made me think about things, and it was another reminder of how, you know, you do always have this assistance available to you, but you have to reach out. You have to use your voice and speak that you would like it, and it's there, but it's waiting for you to ask. So it was a good reminder for that. It's actually renewed my connection to even a deeper level, which wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have jumped on board with you guys.
wow, and that's I'm assuming that's got to be a good thing having
It's a
that
good thing.
connection.
It's a good, yeah.
For sure, that's powerful. I know.
Mm.
I know that feeling definitely. So now that you've written it, when you look back from where you are now to maybe looking back to, you know, before you started and as you were writing it, how do you feel about it now?
Um, I'm like, let the cards fall as they may, so to speak. It came at a good time in my life. I know everybody can probably speak to the fact that lockdown was harsh, and personally I had a number of things all at once. So I keep teasing that, you know, it wasn't just the stars aligning, there was a major crash in the universe for me personally, based on what happened in the recent times, which I didn't put in the book because, well, you know, I just went back in time. So it was good because it was a reminder that, well, although there's been some hard hurdles at the moment, we've all faced things. We all keep facing things, and one of the biggest things we all face is death, which is really a renewal of life. But in the 3D world, we don't see it. So it was just that sort of reminder that, you know, float up to the big game of life instead of playing small in the small one.
And that brings my mind back to the conversation that I had when I shared with you that vision, and it was a pretty strong conversation on my side of things because I could sense or hear with what you were sharing with me around that crash that it was bloody important that you get on this whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
you get on this spaceship or that you get on this journey and that you're
Yeah.
needed and that you needed to come. So I know that I um, got really passionately, I don't know what you would call it, about
Influential.
influential the importance or the criticalness of that journey. So what would you say to someone else, Trudy, that's been through some stuff over the last few years, that's maybe looking for that deeper connection, that's looking to, you know, maybe renew themselves and push themselves off in a different direction? Maybe someone like yourself and me as well, that love personal development, and it could be like that next level, like it sounds like it was for you. What would you say to them, for someone who's considering maybe doing something like this and writing a chapter in a multi-author book?
I'd say do it. And I'd say do it with you guys because there are a lot of multi-author books, and perhaps their focus isn't connection and community and helping. Sometimes it's about the person or about the publisher or whatever. But with you guys, I really feel like it's about something better, a higher level of consciousness. So I would say do it. I'd say it's healing for yourself. It may be healing for someone that reads it, and that's an added bonus. And the connections you make even within the group will be so lovely. You can start up little points of light everywhere, which is really helpful and useful and good for the planet, particularly now. good for the planet.
Awesome. Awesome, Trudy. Well, thanks for taking part of this interview. I know that we'll be doing more together, and looking forward with excitement as we speed towards the launch of the book.
Thank you. It's my honor and my pleasure. Thank you, Gavin.
Thanks, Trudy.
Okay.
Bye.